So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. I'm Peter Drury and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter, it's a pleasure.
Decent chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they're quick to get it back. Good ball, good take. And it's Ronaldinho. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. And a chance! Volleyed effort.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy, Kobbie Mainoo, is someone who can add a nice bit of stability to midfield, Peter. I think he's capable of controlling a game, and I remember when I first saw him, I was really impressed with his courage, the fact that he was always looking to get on the ball, never moved away from anything, always happy to try and bail somebody out. And, you know, you like play.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Beckham! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Oh, that pass isn't the best. Flashes it across.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Azar. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Roberto Carlos. Stood up well to him there. Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that's well spotted. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Barcelona really have decided to turn to the long ball. That's very obvious now.
And how did they go about making that work?
Well, they can't neglect accuracy, and it can turn that opposition defence into facing its own goal, which so often can cause problems.
Roberto Carlos gathers from the goal kick. Oh, good spread.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Mainoo. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar. Now it's Azar. DiMarco picks it up out wide. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Osimhen.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Aimed beyond the defence. Chance for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and...
Oh, terrible pass. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. vitriol. Pass somewhat off target. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And he cuts out the supply. Collar. And it's Beckham. He's picked his way through, showing good feet. Incoming delivery, and the shot! And he's managed to get rid. Now it's Messi. That'll be a throw. Konate knocks it into space. Barcelona finding their passes. And here's Neymar. Hazard in acres of space out wide. Menu. That is lovely. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Yamal cuts it out, tries to play it through. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, he's been caught napping! It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Goes for a shot! And he hits the net! And this is getting better and better. Piercing, and with... And there's the end of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
È possibile seguire l'esibizione del nostro ospite d'onore anche sul maxi schermo.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
He has found a way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's a key interception. Messi gets a foot in here. Messi. Defending was strong and firm. Nesta spots it and intercepts. A probing pass. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. DiMarco kept his eye on it, and he's there. That looks a good ball through. Roberto Carlos. Osimhen is onto it in a flash. Beckham. Can he get it through? Osimhen. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
O'Shea. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. And here's Neymar. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's found a way through. Oh, such a clever touch. Chance to deliver. Up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
That This ended up in no man's land. Looking for options for movement. Great vision. Oh, shooting chance! And he's quick to get it clear again. O'Shea. Collier. Messi gets into some space. That's very neat. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. DiMarco did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Yamal! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 24.
So, time for changes on both sides,
numero
actually.
13. Numero 45. Numero 20. Messi. Lascia
Dixon.
il campo per il numero 4.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's got away.
Il numero 9.
Goes down, but nothing given. Inter Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Torres. Look at the space here. And Messi! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And yes, it's him again. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Great chance! It's there! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Barcelona are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he shoots! Oh, taken with style! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Oh, nice touch. Vinicius Junior! Great football, shot and save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
DiMarco plays it short. Crosses it in. Schmeichel deals with that nice and simple. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Konate gets over and intercepts. Denilson. Oh, what has happened here? Threads one in. Oh, super find. And he's only too happy to take that back. And he's picked out the run. He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! And they are right back within touch. That was easy, almost too easy.
Van Nistelrooy really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? And time is up. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. To a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Messi. Yamal, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a promising position, hoisted in, big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, that has not gone well. He's shifting through the gears here. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Yamal showing good feet.
Well, this is intriguing.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Yamal, and he's picked out the run. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Messi! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
He's and Van Nistelrooy sticks it away. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Van Nistelrooy! Van Nistelrooy! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Inter! And the comeback is complete. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Inter Milan go into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Yamal hurtling down that right flank. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Puyol does really well to win the ball there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Neymar. Now that's well seen too. Van Dijk. O'Shea. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pedri gets a good foot in there, and it's Ronaldinho. He's in plenty of space here. He's goes for a shot. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Lamine Yamal really should.
And Van Nistelrooy, and it's hit the woodwork and out. Oh, good Van Nistelrooy. More pressure on the opposition goal.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Stood up well to him there. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Menu. Azar is wide and looking to get onto this. That's very neat. Menu. Oh, shooting chance! He scores! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And now he has two. Quite a thriller this one's become.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And he's managed to get rid. And the first 45 minutes are up. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. Second period then underway.
Inter have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi, and this is Neymar. Baresi calmly anticipates. Schmeichel sends that a long way. Azar. Baresi gets across to intercept that. O'Shea. Chance! Oh, taken with style! He might be in here! And it's been played through. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Van Nistelrooy. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Dixon. And it's Rijkaard. It's Roberto Carlos. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And that's a good ball. Azar. Now it's Neymar. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And a chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Roberto Carlos played into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Dixon. And this is Ronaldinho. He's had a shot! Goal! Inter! And they get themselves in front! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Decent chance! And it's hoisted clear. And it's Palmer. Turns and goes back.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Flash, and he gets big! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Inter Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Looking for the run. Can he get onto this? Palmer. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he's managed to get free. Menu crosses it in. Schmeichel deals with that nice and simple. Not the most accurate pass.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And he shoots! In for the pieces! They've done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Well, that has changed. There's the shot! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Inter Milan grab a 3-goal lead. It's tries a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Crosses it in here.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Baresi is there, and he can pick it up. Into the last 5 minutes. Now it's Yamal. O'Shea. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Denilson. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Tries to play it through. This might shapes to shoot! And it's in! Just cruising! They are cruising! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Great vision. And Dijk cuts out the pass into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. No, that's been intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. Bergkamp, it's Bergkamp! And that's wide. And the referee brings it to a close. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Van Nistelrooy picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. It's a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are... Oh, terrible pass. Now it's Messi. Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! And the game springs instantly to life.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Van Nistelrooy. That has been cut short.
This is the time you need that pace.
It's played through for him. And this is Neymar. That's tidy. Looking for options for movement. Yamal making good progress on the right-hand side. Chips it through. Oh, well played, well played. Pedri. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's picked it up out wide. And that has been knocked clear. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
There's the delivery. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked out the run. And that is as far as they're going to go. It's a searching pass. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Can he get it through? There's the shot! Sticks it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Baresi. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. That has not gone well. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Messi. Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. 15 minutes till half-time. And this is Neymar. And it's Azar. Now it's Neymar. Yamal. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. And it's hoisted clear. He's played it back.
And now they've got a chance to start again.
Clipped into space. Neymar. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Azar.
Such good technique.
He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Neymar really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Yamal! No mistake! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Bergkamp. Aimed beyond the defence. Yamal receives it in a wide position. Up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Knocks it into space. Great defending, strong and determined. Keeper's got good distance on that. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Inter Milan are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. Barcelona get the second half going. Well-timed, excellent interception. He won't be happy with that one. Menu. And it's Azar. DiMarco. Cross to the back post. And he knocks it clear. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bergkamp. Yamal. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Messi couldn't squeeze it through. Tries to play it through. Pedri. And it's Azar. Oh, that's fabulous. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gets good distance on it. O'Shea, who does have an assist to his name. Can he get on the end of this? That ball looks a good one. Goes for a shot! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he cuts out the supply. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Torres. Roberto Carlos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And a chance! He's scored! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Inter Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Looking for the run. That looks a good ball through. He's picked it, shot a goal! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
So now the difference is 3.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
The most accurate pass. Ronaldinho. Bergkamp. Now, can they get him away? Look at the and the shot! He's beaten the keeper, and he hits the net! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. O'Shea at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Inter Milan are having a ball here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, sweet feet. Deep cross. It's a mighty effort! It's a loose ball. Messi. That's a nicely weighted. He's had a shot! It's in! And he is just ripping it up!
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Inter Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, a delicate chip through. And this is... And the finish! It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's that, the end. Inter Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Van Nistelrooy, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. With so many teams now playing just one up front. And a chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's all